Get ready with me while I talk about my fertility journey. I've been asked so many different questions, and I just want to share exactly what I went through and what I did in the hopes that maybe it'll help someone else get their baby. So for about the first year, we were just, doing our own little 1-2 step. Just doing what one does when one is trying to make a baby. So after the first year of trying, and obviously I wasn't pregnant, I decided to go see my OBGYN and just get some blood work done just to make sure everything was okay. Everything came back completely normal, except for my progesterone was a little bit low. And so she just put me on some progesterone medication and was just like, try this for the next few months, in the hopes that when my progesterone's up, it'll be easier for me to get pregnant. After a few months of that, I'm like, it's still not working. I was like, it got into my head that maybe there's a bigger issue and I don't want to keep trying for something when there is an issue. So I decided to, through a friend, she recommended a fertility specialist that she went to, and I decided to book an appointment and get some more blood work done, more extensive blood work to make sure, and then also for Brennan to get checked because any of the things that test the female body are a little bit more invasive than a guy. His is a little bit more, his is kind of fun, honestly. So Brennan did his thing and everything came back amazing. Our doctor literally even said the numbers were so amazing that we should hang it on the fridge. Love that for him. I decided that I was going to do my testing, which was a sonogram just to make sure that there was, it's an internal one, super fun, just to make sure that there were no cysts present, and the really fun test of testing the fallopian tubes to make sure that they're not blocked. It was not fun. It was a little uncomfortable for about a minute, like where it's really not fun, and did that. Everything was perfect. When all my results came back completely normal and Brennan's results were completely even better than normal, it was really comforting, but it was also just like, what the hell is going on if, what we're doing isn't producing the results that we want, because I'm still not pregnant. And so we talked to the fertility doctor and decided that we were going to do IUI. Before that, I started going to an acupuncturist, trying to get my eggs to be as best as they possibly could be. So I cut out alcohol. My fertility acupuncturist said to cut out caffeine, just trying to make the best possible egg quality and create the best environment that the baby would live in. We scheduled my first IUI in August. Everything went great. I did where I was taking letrozole, which is a fertility drug. It's just like a pill that you take. So I took that, and then I also did some hormone shots, just a few days of that, and I was able to grow 2 mature follicles. So everything was looking good. The sonograms were looking great. And then to be completely transparent with prices and everything, our insurance did not cover anything fertility related. And the first IUI round was about $2,500. Everywhere is completely different, but that's how much about mine was with the medications and the actual procedure itself. Unfortunately, after the 2 weeks went by, I started my period and I was really devastated. I was also just so hormonal from being on all the hormone medication, but I decided that I wanted to give it another chance, because they say with IUIs, the first one rarely takes. So with the second round, we decided to be even more aggressive, and up my hormone shots for 10 days, doing like 300 units, and every other day doing blood work and sonograms just to make sure everything was progressing as it should. It did not work. I was able to grow 5 mature follicles, which means 5 eggs could have potentially been released, which could have meant, 5 children. So everything was going as it was supposed to. And back to the price on this one was closer to a little over $7,000 with having to do all of the sonograms and blood work, and the medication was really what made it so expensive. We found out that the second IUI did not work the night of my birthday, which was super fun. I was out with family and friends, and my period started, and I can't explain how absolutely devastating that was, because I really thought I was pregnant that second round, because of how aggressive we were being with it, and the follicles, everything was just going perfectly, and everyone was so excited. And I was feeling super hopeful that it was working, and unfortunately it didn't. After it didn't work, Brennan and I were just kind of like, this has been so much, and we've just gone through so much, and just the emotional roller coaster of all of it, and let's just take a break for the rest of the year, and schedule doing IVF starting at the beginning of what would be this year in January. We're like, let's just have a good time at holidays and not worry about testing for, when I'm ovulating and having to time stuff, and let's just try and not stress over this, and let's just put it on pause and do a little reset, because obviously my body also had been through so much with all the hormones and everything. Like, let's just do a little reset for a few months and then come back to it, and let's do IVF. So over the next few months, we kind of just relaxed, but I couldn't completely relax. And come November, I decided that I was going to take the letrozole pills, which I had taken during the IUI procedures, just the pill, and it just, it just gives like a little boost of possibility of getting pregnant. And so I decided to take those. And then I also saw on TikTok, and I would like to say before I say this, in no way am I a medical professional. I don't know what happened. I don't think that, I don't know, but I saw it on TikTok, and people were saying that they started taking Mucinex when they were ovulating, something to do with the mucus, that they get rid of it and helps with the lining of the cervix, and people are getting pregnant from it. So I decided to do that. Mucinex was delivered. I ordered some, and Brennan's like, what are you ordering Mucinex for? And I said, don't ask questions you don't want the answers to. So during my ovulation, I took Mucinex, and a few weeks later found out that I was pregnant. So we found out a few days after Thanksgiving that I was pregnant. I was at my friend, actually the one that recommended the fertility specialist to me. She found some pregnancy tests, and she was like, here, take these. Have you tested this month? And I'm like, no. And I was actually in the middle of texting my IVF doctor, my fertility doctor, to schedule IVF for January. And we had been texting, so I came home and I decided just to take a pregnancy test. Came back positive. I was like, there's no way. I've never seen one of these before. Took 5 more and then brought them out to Brennan and was like, am I pregnant? And scheduled blood work, and it turned out that I was. This was harder than it looks to film. Hats off to all of you TikTok girlies. I will do my best, if I didn't answer any questions, to do it in the comments as best as I can. I can't give advice for IVF or other things because I don't know, but would love to help if I can.